beauty as culture, because for Black people, beauty of Black people and people of indigenous cultures see beauty as culture, not just product. And so the Black Beauty Club tries to show, to redefine how beauty shows up in culture, commerce, and capital. And I'm trying to bring June and her daughter here.
Can you guys hear?
We're going to start without a mic, so please forgive me if you can't hear me.
Where's the mic?
I just got back from Paris late last night, and I'm rallying. Well, my name is Rupal Patel. For those of you who don't know me, I'm the Senior Vice President and Fashion Director for Saks.
Well, to start, but let me just start by saying thank you, especially for tonight. I want to thank Mark Metric, Saks, also giving home for the most raw, honest story that I'm telling with my memoir. So thank you very much.
No. Find your seats. The event is about to begin. Thank you.
You took a fan? It's hot. It's very nice. It's so nice. Very sweet. It looked like Dyson or something. Yes! And it sounds like a Dyson. It's very quiet, yes. So we here, Black Beauty Rosters, Beauty Summit. I found out about this in my RSVP yesterday. So I'm in here. Barely almost didn't get in. Because y'all, I cannot find my ID. It was in my wallet, and now it's not. So we had to take pictures, download my ID, all the things, because this is at Meta. But we're in here. It took like 40 minutes for me to get in here and upstairs. But we're here. We're here. The girlies are here. Big hair. She's sitting in front. No. I think that is 100% fact. It's poor etiquette. I'm not. These big cowboy Carter hats right here in front of us. It's rude. She's Virgoing. It's Virgoing. I'm spiraling. I can't see. No, but it's not thoughtful to do that, guys. If you didn't know, now you know. Yep. Lessons of life from Chi 101. Take notes. Yeah, those are big hats. All right, I'll tune y'all in once one of the conversations start.
Well, thank you again, like I said, for the fabulous introduction that I absolutely did not write myself and provide for this very specific moment in time.
Educators, business owners, students, and much, much more. Meta, we indeed believe in investing in the education and support of our users. So for
an introduction, because I'm big on receipts, as everyone else should be here. We know our receipts. We need to show our receipts sometimes. And so I want to read a little intro that I have on her just to remind you how dope she is, okay? All right, so let's talk about a woman who embodies pure excellence, resilience, and that undeniable star power. She's not just an actress, she's a force. An Academy Award nominated, Golden Globe winning actress that, who has delivered some of the most iconic performances of our time. From the bold and brilliant Cookie Lion in Empire, to her powerhouse roles in Hidden Figures, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, Think Like a Man 1 and 2, The Color Purple, Baby Boy for the OGs, Jody, and so many more. Taraji P. Henson gives us depth, heart, and that signature flair every single time. Please give it up for the one and only Taraji P. Henson. The best looking room ever.
Man,
like, I love being in the presence of Black women.
Listen, they all y'all showed up to stun on them. Yeah,
It's so good. Taraji and I did a talk 2 months ago at my job. I'm at Cosmo. I'm the beauty editor at large at Cosmo, and we had an internal talk at Hearst, and when I tell you, 2 months later, people still stop me and be like, a good kiki, and we're about to have a good kiki now, because obviously this is all about beauty, Black beauty. We want to hear, take us to the beginning. Growing up in DC, then going to school at Howard, like, what was your beauty journey? What did that look like? Like, when did you know Black was beautiful? How did you?
I had my own style. I had a best friend in the 7th grade, and so we kind of like held each other up.
Yeah.
And so as long as she approved, I didn't care what everybody else thought. And I had a father who just sowed good seeds into me, and he just gave me the self-confidence I needed, you know. I was always quirky and different. I was from DC, but my mom would send me to the suburbs on the weekends, which probably why I stayed out of a lot of trouble.
Right.
And then in the summers to the south. It behooves you to speak up for yourself, sweetheart. Because let me tell you what it's not hard out here for no more. This parent. I stalked her page.
Danny, with your work at Ulta, Tisha, with your work at LYS Beauty as founder, Aubrey, with your amazing work at L'Oreal, and Maureen, with your great work at Tarte. So we're really excited to get into it. You know, may get a little spicy, may not. We'll see where it goes. No, but seriously, Danny, just starting off with you, I think one thing that we saw was very early with the conversations around inclusion.
In my gut, like there was nothing like what we were doing, and it was really time to create a brand that was really rooted in diversity and authenticity, and really LYS stands for Love Yourself, in this conversation of really talking to people who have been left out of the conversation for so long. And so when I started, I waited for a long time, so we bootstrapped for 4 years, very difficult. I launched the business with Sephora, bootstrapped, by the way, also very uncommon. But I think a lot of that is a testament to my experience, right? Having couldn't do financially to be able to do it in that way. And so when I made the decision to finally raise, I knew it was going to be a requirement, just because at the end of the day, you know, you really are in an environment where people are spending and they have deep pockets. And if you really want to survive, it doesn't matter how great, how organic, and how cool your brand is, it takes capital, it takes resources to grow. And so I knew I was going to have to find a partner. And for me, I thought it was going to be a lot easier, and it was very difficult. And I did not have as many people as eager to write me a check as I thought it would be. I thought it was just going to, because I've been profitable every year since I launched the business. We were doubling year over year. And we had very viable distribution, which is all doors in Sephora already. So you would think people would be willing to write a check instantly, and most brands with founders that don't look like me, that is the case. Wow. They could have 8 term sheets.
So what kept you going?
I gotta be careful, y'all. I got a history. Not today. Good. Wait a minute, how y'all doing? And so do you. Thank you. I said, listen, y'all gonna get this. That was meant for fall. Y'all gonna get this spring.
Yes, I love it. Well, first of all, I'm so excited to be here with you. But I actually want to tell a little bit about what just happened backstage, because it is perfectly themed to our conversation with BBR today. So Michelle walks in, And literally every hairstylist and makeup artist in the room was like, oh my gosh, I remember we worked together. We had such a good time. They took a photo. I mean, it was Thea, Rennie, Neil, Ursula, Keita. They was all like, that's my girl.
Yes.
That's my girl.
Yes.
Spreading that love and light is just so important in this industry. And I just want to give a hand clap of praise for that.
It's gonna make sense why I said 10 years ago. It's something about those mid-30s where I was like, being yourself is enough.
Yeah.
And even when Rennie affirmed me backstage, that's the revelation that I had was, and that's enough. Rennie didn't say anything about when you performed at the so-and-so or when you rocked that photo shoot. He just talked about my being and how when you walk in a room, your being is, you are enough. You. Without the hair and the makeup, the lashes, that leave-in conditioner, honey, that bronzer, whatever it is that you do to make the outer try to match the inside, at least it should, that it's enough. Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure right now.
I know, Michelle does it. All right, thank you.
Michelle. Where's Kiana? Oh, there you go. I'm gonna sneak in. I'm so sorry.
Maybe element? Maybe oh wait.
I want to cry.
Okay, the music. Incredible song. Let's get into it. You are a sought after, oh yes, a sought after celebrity makeup artist, working from everyone from Gabrielle Union to Serena Williams. You're multifaceted. You also touch photography. You're an entrepreneur and creator. So give it up for our incredible panelists.
Box, but I didn't care. I loved it. It was like my intuition was always very high as a young girl, and it's even crazier now. So I'm glad that I listened to that voice and didn't try to fit in and walk outside the box. And I always, exactly.
This brand is already making money. They already have a audience. So if I'm pitching them an idea, how do I bring value and what can I offer them? So I'm really excited about what's coming out with that. But again, it's all about intentionality. I'm just not a one-off kind of person. That's not how I do business. That's also not the type of consumer I am. And I want to make things that people need. I want to fill voids, fill a gap, and bring something new and interesting. So I think it's all about knowing what you want to do and the value you want to bring. And also, like you said, always think about future me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Every year of my career, I'm always thinking about if I'm going to be proud of this thing, if I'm going to look back and regret working with this brand, or is it setting me up for the next thing? And it can be something really small, but I'm always thinking, is this going to give me a tool to add to my tool belt so I can use it somewhere else? Or is it going to give me some type of recognition that can then turn into something else? There has to be some type of point, and if there's not, then it's probably for somebody else.
Make money with brands. So let's dive right into it. If you guys could all describe your brand in one sentence, what would you say that your personal brand is? Because you all have different professions. We have a makeup artist. We have so many things. But how would you describe your personal brand in one sentence?
Unwavering.
Okay.
Unwavering.
Okay.
I think anybody that knows me knows.
Violating community guidelines. Number 3, you posted something you do not own. Someone else's work, it's a copyright issue. So one of those 3 things could be happening, and you could be getting reduced distribution and visibility, but we've really worked on increasing transparency, and I can say that seriously. When I started in 2020, things were a little murky. Things were a little murky when it comes to, again, like, what's the algorithm? Why am I being shadow banned? All those things. The team has genuinely taken a lot of steps to make it more transparent for everyone here so you can better equip yourselves to find success. And one of the ways we've done that is with the account status tool. Do you guys know what that is? No. Oh, great. Okay.
over the place. And last time, because the vlog came out on a different day, I feel like it's thrown me off completely. But I have to kind of dial it back a little bit and take us back to, I think, Zang, what happened this week? Wait. So we went to a couple events. I went to the Preble Garang book launch that was actually hosted by Saks Fifth Avenue, which was really cool. It was at Zero Bond, which I believe is like, it kind of gives like membership only type of vibes, but I think it's a restaurant. I don't know anything about Zero Bond, but it looked really nice in there. And yeah, I would like to revisit if I'm allowed to. So I'm going to look into it, learn a little bit more. Maybe at the end of this vlog, I will shed more light. Actually, no, Tuesday, the first thing that we did really was going to Black Beauty Club's panel with June Ambrose and her daughter Summer, who is about to be graduating or has already graduated or is graduating, because today is Saturday. She's graduating today from Morgan State University, and she only did that in 3 years, okay? So she's an amazing being on her own. And then obviously the icon, the woman that we all know and love, June Ambrose. So they were talking about basically Black beauty, skin deep, mother and daughter relationships. And it was great because it was right after Mother's Day. So it was a really beautiful introspective conversation between mother and daughter, and a mother and daughter who have such a unique relationship and bond and trust for each other, and they truly are best friends. So it was quite a joy to be in the room listening to them. It was very nice seeing June. I haven't seen her, I think I haven't seen her in like a year, or definitely around the time Summer started Morgan State. We've been around each other a few times. I wouldn't necessarily say like I'm a friend of hers that we like hung out. I would love to hang out with June Ambrose. But I think that now it's to the point where like we see each other, like she recognizes me. We speak in public and I'm like, yeah, that's June. Do you want me to introduce you? That kind of thing if she's in the room. But yeah, it was so cool. And then the next day was the Preble Garang book launch for his book called Walk Like a Girl. And you can tell, so this particular memoir is not about work necessarily. It's about his life and the things that he's been through and really his connection to his chosen family, his really good friends. And I thought it was really nice to see how the people wrapped around him, but also how Saks Fifth Avenue, like he has a really great relationship with that company. And it's been well over like 15 years they've had a relationship, despite the things that Saks has going on. And they're like buying Neiman's, buying Bergdorf, which is owned by Neiman's essentially, and all the things that are going on behind the scenes with them. Essentially, I truly do love Saks Fifth Avenue because that's where a lot of my corporate experience happened, whether it was in the offices and buying or in store, building out a store, becoming a brand ambassador, managing, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I've had a lot of experience through Saks Fifth Avenue and I want nothing for them to be successful. And while I question some things that have come up since Hudson Bay took over a couple years ago, and now these changes coming up, I still hope and wish for the best and still have many friends that work there. So it was cool to be invited into that space and to see Prabal be so connected to his community and tribe. And I also got to have conversations with Chloe King, one of my favorite stylish women on this planet, and she is a blessing too. She also made me feel really comfortable in that space. Like, again, I go into these places and it's very intimidating, even though I've been there before. It's just been a long time since I've been in the circle, right? So I'm new and a content creator. And we talked about this in the last vlog. And I told her straight up, I was like, honestly, Chloe, like, I'm nervous. Like, I'm always just like, I'm uncomfortable. And she's like, wait, what? You should never feel, I hate that you feel this way. Like, let me introduce you to some people. And it was just like, take me under her wings. And it was just a cool experience compared to some of the things I've experienced lately. Like, God be watching, God be knowing how to align me with the people that feel really aligned and healthy to my spirit. So I am so happy that I got to see her. I got to kiki with some of the girls that also are at Barbie at What Goes Around Comes Around. That was a good key. She's so beautiful. I love her. And also the women that invited me, which were Black women. So it's just like, that was a really great experience. And then that was Wednesday. Chad, I feel like I've been peopling all week. And just showing a little of those experiences through visuals and those examples and stuff. And then I think Thursday was a little bit of a breaky break, but honestly, I don't recall anything I did on the. I think I was supposed to go to an event. I was supposed to go to an event on Wednesday, and I didn't even RSVP for it. And then Thursday was the Saxophone event. Then yesterday, I got to go to the Black Beauty roster summit that had Taraji P. Henson, Michelle Williams, and a lot of other creators like Janae Naylor and Ursula Steffens, and Kita, just creatives, hairstylists, MUAs, just talking about how they got to where they are in their successful stage of life, and how they navigate brand partnerships, how they navigate the rooms and all this stuff, and how they do what they do. And that was a really great experience. I thought it was really cool. Like Taraji, to me, she's from DC, and I think Taraji, she got a mouth, you know, and like she can be controversial in the things that she says. She can also come across like a little annoyed with people. But she's also a Virgo, so it's just like she's got to a space where she's like, I'm about my peace. I have a small circle. I don't care what you have to say about me. If you don't like me, this is what you get, type of thing. And we love a very honest lady. And I did enjoy her panel. And then Michelle Williams came on and spoke, and she talked about, you know, just therapy and being reflective and the depression that she is surviving, and the work that she's done. And I was really excited to see her because we don't really get to hear from the women that made Destiny's Child that often. You know, even Beyonce, being as big as she is, we don't hear her speak often, and it's the same for Kelly Rowland. So, you know, this was a group that really raised some of us, and we look up to, and they're just phenomenal women. And you know, she's on Broadway right now doing Death Becomes Her, and is doing extremely well. And I saw her on the panel. I'm like, oh my god, like I'm so excited. First of all, when I got to the summit, I didn't have my ID. I left it in a pair of pants that I wore last week, whatever. And it was at Meta. And they're very serious about security precautions. It took me 40 minutes to get in there, like trying to get a picture of my ID uploaded to the system. It was a whole debacle. So like, I was just happy to have gotten past that, to be in a room to hear Michelle speak about the things that she has realized to make her the strongest version of herself now. She's so aware of who she is. She is a light and a blessing. Her panel brought me to tears. And my homegirl Sade, who works at Meta, who recently got a promotion. If you're watching this, Shar, I'm so proud of you. Thank you for what I'm about to tell the people what you did. She came over to me and like, she was acting like weird, because like she was looking around and like saying hello, and like, and then she took me and she's like, come here. And she's like walking with me. She's like, how you doing? And I was like, well, you know, that panel, because it just ended with Michelle. I was like, that panel was so moving to my spirit. Like I teared up a couple of times. Like I was fighting back real tears, because there were some things that she was saying that really I connected with personally. You know, I don't want to get into it right now, but I was just like, yo, I feel seen. Okay. And I think Shar noticed it. So she like pulls me, she was like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. I was just wasn't expecting to be touched in that way, in my spirit, by Michelle. You know, I was excited, but I know it was going to be like that. And then she was like, do you want to meet her? And I was just, y'all know, I don't want to meet too many people now, right? So I was just like, sure, if it's fine, right? And like, she takes me to the back. And I didn't notice what she was about to do. So she takes me to the back, and I see her, and she's just so loving. And I did get to talk to Michelle, and that was very nice. She gave me a hug, and I told her that she's a light, and I'm very grateful to have met her. And it was a moment, and I didn't ask for a picture, but Shar and she figured out a way to get a picture. So that was really cool. That was the highlight of that summit for me. And then we hung out for a little while. I had a phone call for a consultation that I didn't everything was last minute for that summit too. Like I didn't know I was going until like the day before. And then like I had to move around meetings, and then there was a meeting on my calendar that I didn't see in time. and I took the call while we were at the summit, which was fine, and rescheduled for today actually in 20 minutes. And yeah, that's what I've been up to, y'all. I just been like working in between all the peopling things. And today we were going to Manhattan Vintage Market. They had a pop-up that we went to a couple weeks ago. Now they're having a 3-day weekend situation. They actually reached out to me to go as a member of the press, and I was meant to go yesterday, but that summit ran over and I didn't get a chance to go. So we're gonna go today, and I think that they have a vendor that will have some vintage Levi jeans, so we are manifesting that. And I'm also starting a 30-day challenge on 2 of my platforms. This is something that I'm actually doing for a few different reasons. I want to become my own case study. I want to do certain things with my social media to see how it works, how it tests out, and what happens with the growth and the engagement and how the tribe develops, right, in the next 30 days. I'm also going to basically document this growth of me getting to the point where I will be a free agent at the end of the 30-day challenge. I will no longer have an agency representing me at the end of the 30 days, right? Which I'm not revealing on the other 2 platforms. Obviously, you follow me on the other 2 platforms. You heard me talking about that is the reveal, but I feel like YouTube, we've talked about this a little bit more. So it's like that, but what I will reveal at the end of the 30 days will be the meat of it. And it will be like a revelation type of thing. So TikTok is going to get more of a diary entry every day where I'm talking straight to the camera, and I'm going to be discussing different things that I have learned, or daily aha moments, or just things that I think that are really important to share. And not holding myself back from being brutally honest type of thing. And then on Instagram, it's going to be a styling challenge where I will be dressing for the life that I'm manifesting, and different versions of me, and the woman that I am, the woman I'm becoming, and the woman that I would like to be, and the woman that I would like to present in order to be invited to the next stage of life type of thing. So it's going to be quite a joyride for that. And it's going to be a very personal challenge on both platforms that I hope people take serious and just hone in on and take themselves along the ride that I'm going on. And yeah, so that's I'm going to edit those clips now, post them on both platforms, and have my meeting, and then we're gonna go to the vintage market and look for some jeans. And then we're gonna also go pick up some things from the tailor that fix the cropped trenches that I'm going to be selling on Gray Layers starting next week, because they are fixed now. And then we'll probably get a bite or something. I don't know. I need to charge this battery, don't I? If we're going to be out and about. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I hope y'all are doing well, feeling good. And I don't know. I'll see y'all in a little bit or whatever. All right. Bye, Cookie. I'll see you in a little. Entry. We're actually going to do an unboxing, because yesterday I went to the Manhattan Vintage Market in Chelsea and had a time, because this is the thing about thrifting. I think it's so important to, yes, have an intention. Like I was like, I really would love to come across a pair of vintage Levi jeans that fit me, that I don't have to do too much work to, because I've had some unsuccessful shops, and I would love to come across a brand or 2 that might house a pair that I could try on and have some good luck with. But I'm open to whatever. I want to learn more about not new, but vintage stores that I don't know anything about. I'm looking for women-owned shops, black-owned shops within this space. And I'm looking for a good time, and I'm just open to it. And I had my outfit put together yesterday to kind of just like welcome that energy. And y'all, I met so many cool people yesterday. Gather was even giving the lattes and pastries, and they gave me one for free because I was like, I love y'all cinnamon rolls. So it was just a good time because I went in there with a full heart and just open for like whatever. There was no line when I showed up, and usually at Manhattan Vintage Market, that time of day that I showed up, there would have been a line, but I was just open. So anyway, let's start off with the first item, which was actually my last purchase walking out from the Collective Good Shop. She takes pieces, reworks them, and makes them happy pieces. Do y'all see this? This mint green, well, like sorbet kind of green with this feather detail. It's such a fun top. And she also gave instructions on how to care, which I think is very responsible, and I highly appreciate it. But I thought this was so fun. And I'm always looking for fun tops that are timeless because I have such a bottom heavy wardrobe. I don't know what it is about me. I'm really attracted to just pants, jeans, trousers, all the things, which you're going to see in the next couple purchases. Like, you can tell I like pants. But I thought this was so cool, and I was like, I really would like a shirt to go with what I got today. And literally, this can go with everything I got on the bottom. While I said I was manifesting and looking for a pair of jeans, Trust Luck Vintage had them. And I knew that they were going to have them. I saw that they were featured on the Manhattan Vintage Instagram stories the day before, and I was like, I'm going straight over there to see what they got for me. I tried on 4 pairs of jeans. All of them fit. All of them fit close to perfect, or was just like one pair of pants was like just wider, which I didn't think it was going to fit like that, but it was cool. It just wasn't the fit that I was looking for. This was the closest fit that I was looking for. This has a zip fly, and I thought it was so dope. I probably just have to take in the waist just a little bit. They wash and hang dry them before bringing them to shows, which I highly appreciate. I also loved the this like random crease detail on this one pant leg. I thought it was so interesting, but it's like a lived in moment. Whatever happened to it, you know, I'm sure it's good vibes and good juju and energy because I had good juju going into it, and I thought they were really cool. Not only did I get these from Trust Luck, I also got these really dope rings. Do you see this? Look at the detail on this ring. Oh, what life has it had before? I wonder. I don't know. I still have to sage them because, you know, my grandmother always told me, like, you don't wear other people's rings because, like, it's a transfer of spirit, or you don't allow other people to wear your rings. Yeah. Because it's a... All right, my grandmother was into, like, some things, okay? And I followed them, all right? If you know, you know, okay? Either way, I found my jeans. Very happy about that. This was actually from the shop that I stopped at. It was the first shop that I really started digging into and made a really good friend. Shayna is the owner of Trust Fund 21 and lovely woman. Okay, first of all, she has these vintage inspired cotton drawstring pants in different prints. Like she had one with like a zebra, one with a bunny, a kitten on it. I opted for the one with Tony the Tiger, and I thought these were so cool and fun, and I would just love to wear them with like just a regular white t-shirt and some sandals and just be on the go. I feel like this is such a great summer piece to just throw on and run out the door and do your things and still look cool, elevated, and fun, but also not sweat to death, okay? When it's sweltering ass hot in the middle of August. You know the energy. You live in New York. You understand what I'm talking about. And it's probably hotter like that before we even get to August. But anyway, she also had these Christopher John Rogers pants that are very hard to find, honestly. I love me a Christopher John Rogers moment. Any way I can get it. New, secondhand, I don't care, baby. Pre-order, I don't care. Like, I love it. It's such a good hand. The detail, the colors. I'm not a color wearing person, but the thing is, I will always trust Christopher John Rogers with the way that he arranges colors. He just gets it. Like, He just gets it, and they fit me perfectly. And Shayna, she was ready to part ways. And I looked at her, I said, "You sure about these? Because I'm going to take these." She was like, I am sure. I said, "Okay, girl. All right." Because, yeah, I ain't never going to let these go. And that, and I have another pair of jewelry pieces to show. Now, I did not get a chance to take a business card from this particular vendor. It was the daughter of the person who owned it, but she had so many different vintage jewelry pieces, like these Givenchy drop earrings. I thought they were so cool. And I just need to clean them just a little bit, but I love these. They're so good. Not too heavy either. I don't know what year they're from. The young lady didn't know either. I'm assuming it looks like a 1990s pair, but either way, really cool. I thought they were fun. I have nothing like these. I don't really wear a lot of other types of earrings besides like studs and stuff, but I want to get more into it because, you know, when you slick your hair back, it just opens up this whole new canvas to like work with. And I thought it would be fun to do that with a red lip. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all, thrifting with an open heart and like asking the universe for like a specific item, maybe more or less something like it. It always works. It always works. This is why I always have a really good time thrifting throughout vintage, because I just trust that the right people, the right things will come my way and add in a wonderful energy into my wardrobe. But yeah, that's what I got yesterday. My little open heart self. Yeah, y'all. All right, I'll see y'all later. Hello, Cookie. It's Monday the 19th. Girl. So I don't know if I recorded it. I don't know. I'm not sure. But we went to Manhattan Vintage Market. I had a blast. I think I was in that thing for like 4 hours. Okay. We got some things. I'll show y'all what I got. And by the time I was leaving there, it was like 4:30. And I walked to Meatpacking really West Village, because that's where my dry cleaners is. And that's who is fixing the, what's this thing called? On them trench coats, they fixing the thing. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The thing, the strap with the button on the trench coat, they're moving it for us. Okay, so they agreed to do it for a really good price for me, all the ones that I had, and I'm picking those up. But I was going to go pick them up the other day, and then when I was walking to the village, I was like just lottie-dying, and I said, "Oh, it's Saturday. Wait, are their business hours the same?" It was 4:57 when I checked. They closed at 5. So I was like, all right. And I did call to see if they could just like hold out for like a few minutes, because I was literally like 3 blocks away. And they didn't answer, which I totally understood. It was Saturday. It was sunny. It was gorgeous outside. Everybody was outside. So I totally understood. But our first stop today is actually going to be the Frankie shop, because I actually acquired a new client over the weekend. Really excited about. She is not in New York City. So yesterday I was like shopping virtually for her for 5 hours. I was really in my bag, and just like all the creative juices were flowing for this event that she has coming up. And I found something at the Frankie shop that was sold out online but might be in stock in the store. And I sent it to her anyway, because I was like, I really feel like this might be there. Or if not, they're going to restock, right? So she ended up really liking the jacket. Has someone here in New York for business, and I can like pick it up for her and, have it taken back, because, shipping and all this other stuff. Might as well give it to your friend while they're here. So first stop is the Frankie shop. Second stop is the dry cleaners. The third stop is the office to pick up 2, hopefully, packages. One for an event that I'm getting dressed for tomorrow evening, and the other for a project that I have coming up that I'm going to be filming while we're away this weekend. Usually Monday is my chill day, but because we're leaving Friday, coming back Sunday, I figured let me get everything I need to get done today and tomorrow, well, before Friday, right? Because it is going to be a working weekend essentially, but I'm going to be like at this retreat thing, like a retreat hotel spa thing. Girl, I don't know what it is. They got a whole bunch of yoga classes you could take and some massages and healthy foods. But anyway, So we're gonna do that later. So that's why I'm like, let me get all of this done today. And then when I get back home today, we're gonna work on some admin. I have to figure out what shoes I'm gonna be working with Stuart Weitzman for a couple projects we have coming up. And then a second chance, the organization I'm working with, that I am basically a principal consultant to create this New York Fashion Week program for youth who have gone through the foster care system and have lived experiences in that way. And now they're coming to an age where they're learning different industries that they are connected to, that they want to work, develop, be entrepreneurs throughout. And I am developing the program for basically them to go through several classes throughout the summer that will develop them professional skill sets, public speaking, how to present, how even fashion 101 for them. So we're working on those classes and developing those classes that will start in June, hopefully by mid-June specifically. Nothing past that. And then in September, they're going to come here to New York to experience New York Fashion Week, like 2 days of real work in the space, and then also museum visits, panels, all that stuff. So I have to work on setting up a list of panelists and creating their profiles, reaching out to them to see if they would be interested in having conversation in front of these youths, and then connecting with some of the sponsors that I would like to provide for their swag bags when they do arrive here in New York City. There will be 15 students altogether, 5 from Pittsburgh, 5 from Philly, 5 from New York City. And yeah, I just need to reach out to potential panelists, potential swag bag sponsors, and then the organization that I have in mind that will place them in real experience work during the fashion week. So that's all happening later this afternoon. It is currently 11. It's 10:43. It's 10:43. And, Cassie Thorpe just dropped the video. 2025 Luxury Fashion Trends You'll Regret. I'm warning you. Oh, Lord. Oh, boy, Cassie. What's she going to tell us today? I love Cassie's videos. I love Monroe, too. I need to put that on later. Yeah, because she has her top 5 summer trends. Okay, we talking about trends now for summer. All right, y'all. Listen. Anywho. So we have some things to do today. We're going to be running around a little bit. And that is okay. That is okay. I'm sorry. I'm checking my updates on my phone. I feel so rude. Let me just look at you. You're feeling beautiful. You should. You are beautiful. All right. You are bonita. Okay, so let's get the skedaddling. I think I have everything I need. I have dry cleaning that I do need to drop off. Y'all, they cleaned my skirt that I got from the last Manhattan Vintage Market pop-up. The elastic waist. They're going to have to fix it because it was elastic waisting. And then when I picked it up, it's just it slipped off of me. And then I have these pants that I need to get cleaned from the Alice and Olivia shoot. If anyone sees ads of me doing Alice and Olivia anything, can y'all send it to me? Because I don't get to post it. They're posting it on their side. They're using it as marketing and what's it called? Sales marketing. And I don't know when it's posted. So if y'all come across any Alice and Olivia advertising and my face is there, just send it to me. I want to see it. I just want to see how they posted it. And all right. Got my everything pouch. We have our planner. I might want to stop into an Equinox and take a class. I haven't been in the gym in like 2 weeks. It's not okay. Really, I don't have it on my list of things to do today, but if it happens where like everything's in line, I'll pop into a gym. I have my water bottle. I have my big old bag that those jackets will be living in. And we do need to go to the grocery store. Carlos wants to make some Brussels sprouts tonight, and I want him to make some Brussels sprouts tonight because this man has been chefing it up, and he made these balsamic Brussels sprouts, and they're just so good. Why was they so good? I said, how did you learn that, baby? These are good. So yeah, he a chef. I don't care. He need to open up a restaurant because I'm going to be eating it every day. But anyway, let's go. Let's roll. Let's do the things. Oh, what am I wearing? Hold on, I'll show you. All right, so I am honestly chilling so hard today. I have like a Hanes white t-shirt on underneath, my Gap and Cafill sweatshirt, zip up hoodie, and then Trust Fund 21 vintage inspired cotton pants that I literally, these are actually one of the items that I got from the Manhattan Vintage Market. And then our big old Zara men's suede bag that is already heavy, but it fits everything and I love it. And then I have my sunnies if the sun glare is a bit too much. Oh, I need to put some rings on. I've been leaving the house without my rings and I feel like I don't have armor on when I do that. Does anyone else relate? Let me put my rings on and then we're gonna go, okay? Okay, so here is the ring set. We have a ring that I got from Trust Luck Vintage, which is one of the other brands that I came across at the market on Saturday. My Spinelli stack with like 2 of the Pandora rings, Aziza handcrafted on that finger. Then I have on my pointed finger a Wahadan set, which is a Israeli Muslim woman-owned brand based here in Brooklyn. And then this ring here is from Trust Luck as well. My mom's ring is on my pinky. My grandmother's gold ball ring there. That pearl ring is from Pandora. And then this green, what's that thing? Mezzanite ring is from Aziza handcrafted also. So got my rings, have my armor. It's an energy thing and I love it. I need coffee. I'm on my cycle, and sometimes when I do not have caffeine, I ain't right, you know? So, I don't want to get a headache. So, what we can do is I really would prefer my favorite coffee. We're going to go, and we're going to stop and get Kona, which is literally closer to my office, which is going to be our last stop. But it's fine. I need my coffee. I want a specific kind of coffee today. And then we'll hop back on the 6, go to the Frankie shop. I don't care. This is how I do things in New York, okay? Doesn't take much away from me or anyone else, okay? Ooh, it's dark in the hallway, honey. I should have took the light off right here, but let's go. To the office in quite some vlogs, right? It's been a while. So I got back from the tailor, got my look. Y'all, I just got, my nose is running. Oh my God, I have really bad allergies. I feel chaotic. Hold on. Okay, so I just got these Loewe pants and already the hems came out. I hate that. And then I dropped off a pair of pants, the Alice and Olivia pants, to the dry cleaners, and the guy sent me a text. He was like, hey Carolyn, these have a hole in them, like on the seam or whatever. We can fix it for you. I was like, bro, I just wore them for the shoot. Like, how does this happen? I really feel like the quality of certain finishings are just not existent anymore. But anyway, we got the shoulders fixed. I love that. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay, finally. All right, so I can post these on the internet as available starting today. I just didn't want to put them on the website without having them in my hand so I could know exactly when I'll be able to ship everything. So I'm just happy that that was taken care of. Okay, got one medium size house, 2 larges, and I should have one other small. Yep, one small. And then there should be a large. I only got 6 units, but they still have more available. So it's fine. What else do I need to do? If I have 4 jackets, 4 belts, 2, 3, 4. Now let me see. Are the links all the same on these? I wonder. They probably are. So many people ask me about, you know,
sizing, plus sizing. And here's the thing, I am not designing these pieces, I am wholesaling them and basically curating a nice basically list of, oh, they're a little bit different in sizing, okay. And I'm basically curating and buying as if I'm a department store and picking and choosing the styles and silhouettes, right? But it's very limited sizing when it comes to some of these brands, especially the ones that are wholesale, good pricing and good quality. And I want to get to a point where I can create and design styles of my own and then have a wider range of sizing. So at this time, I do not offer plus sizes because the things that I buy into that just have really good quality. Not saying that plus size wholesale brands do not have good quality. It's just that I haven't come across any yet that I really stand behind the design of it. And also the size range is only plus size and not the full range. And I just feel like I don't know if I have the market to only buy certain styles in just plus size. I don't know. I buy what I understand and what I know, and then when I can control the other things, that's when I'm going to be designing the things myself. Anyway, I am shipping this jacket to my client, and I want to do overnight, so let me get my laptop, and I'm going to ship from UPS down the block. I just trust them. I was across the street from a FedEx, and I was just like, I don't know if I trust FedEx with shipping all the time, especially knowing like this is a new client for me. I don't want to mess anything up. So let me just do what I know and get it to them by 3 o'clock because we're overnighting. My laptop's clock is wrong. I have an hour. Okay. I'm so sorry for my sniffles. That is very unprofessional. But I really am having a hard time breathing right now. Okay. All right, let me get this together and then, oh, I'm glad I'm not carrying around this big old bag the rest of the day. And then this big old bag is about to go into a box and go to LA. Alrighty, I'll pick y'all up in a second. Hold on. She can have the real experience.
Hey y'all, so we've been home for a little while. I came home and I ate my lunch right away. Carlos had made some Thai chili salmon with cilantro rice, and he swore he did not put coconut anything in it, but I felt like it tasted like coconut rice, which was great. But he said he didn't put no coconut in it. I guess he didn't put no coconut in it. And asparagus as well. And I just kind of took like a decompressing moment and watched a movie really quickly with Tiffany Haddish and Billy Crystal. It was cute. I'll put the name of the movie up, but it was a cute movie. The only thing I have to say, I don't think Tiffany Haddish should sing in anything. That lady can't sing, but they had her singing. They even had her write there was a song. I ain't gonna give it away, but anyway, watch that, and I have a few more things to do admin wise to close out the day, send out some invoices, some communication. I have to post a picture of the coat that I'm about to put on for sale on Gray Layers website. That's going live. And I also was sitting here looking at all the product. Let me show you. All the product from the Black Beauty Roster Summit from the other day. Girl, there's so much here. And listen, I got one face, one head of hair. You know, some of this stuff I'm gonna put aside to do a cool giveaway with. But when I saw this in the bag, why did I get hyped? I think this is great for summer. Also, there were some like Amika hair care products in there. I love Amika brand. Tear was there. I don't know the difference between this milk skin toner that's a little bit darker versus this milk skin toner that's a little bit lighter. And it says light. So I'll read up on it and understand the difference. But I'm excited to use Tear. I love K Beauty. I think it's really good for me personally. Haven't had any issues with it. But yeah, I'm tired, guys. I'm glad I got a lot of stuff done today. That definitely is going to help for the rest of the week. Also easing into tomorrow. I'll be working from home for most of the day. Able to edit, get some things done. But I still need to film a couple things before we see the sun go down and get to post in a half an hour. So I need to post my daily diary entry for TikTok as well as my outfit of the day / vlog, because I like vlogged my whole day today, but for Instagram. And yeah, I don't know. I would like to just get in the bed and take a nap, but that's not gonna happen, and that's okay. Let me hurry up and finish all my work so I can actually just be laying in the bed by 9 p.m. with my face washed, no makeup, skincare setting in, and happy as a pig in a pile of, I don't know, mud. So that's what I'm looking forward to and aiming for. I hear my phone going off. All right, let's get the other work done. And I'll see y'all in a bit.